in the past, but also a lot of history, so it's certainly
she's been
no
around
guarantee.
since she's been competing in this game since she was 12 years old, all the way back in Brawl. Now a veteran of the game. Summit 5, she was 2 spots out of being voted into Summit. The person ahead of her who didn't make it, Apollo Kage. So, you know, she has always been around, always been on that grind. It's really good to see her traveling out to events, and she hasn't always been able to for various reasons, but has long been a player in the New England Smash scene who everyone thinks is one of the best players they've ever seen. We are going to see the Kazuya.
More Kazuya, baby.
And I'm going to be honest, Campagne told me we'll see the Snake quote if needed. So
if needed.
I think it very much depends how this game goes.
Well, immediately winding up an electric wind god fist to take out that fire hydrant, he says, "No, I do not support my volunteers because I am a bad man," and that is exactly what Kazuya is. Does take a little bit of damage from that fire hydrant, so a bit of retribution coming in from Kiwi, who, you know, I don't know if I'm happy to fight either a Snake or a Kazuya, but you mentioned this earlier, of course, Pac-Man, many tools to not get anywhere near Kazuya in the first place.
Yeah, especially hydrant, right? It's so incredibly strong. Obviously, electric gets rid of it, as does almost every other button at the disposal, just putting the foot right through it. And I'm going to be honest, I can't even credit his shoes for it this time because he's not wearing any.
Yeah, Pac-Man, you know what? He says, I got the big boots, the ones that everybody was talking about on the internet for a week, but it does not matter, man. Mr. Kazuya Mishima, 2 stocks up immediately, and that is what this character does. The games will go fast if he is up next to you.
And I want to point out something. If you look down in the player cam at Campaign real quick, you'll notice he's tapping right there away. This isn't just a Kazuya. This is a box Kazuya, something that makes this character's tech a lot more consistent and hinders your micro-spacing, but it allows you so much more flexibility to just focus on the mental, the neutral aspects. And going for the footstool, Kiwi's trying to cook, but it's going to be a good old hug from that rage drive, not quite closing it out, but now Kiwi's back is very much against the wall here.
And you know what? That footstool was necessary for Kiwi, too, because she had already committed to picking the bell back up, so she didn't have a follow-up. Unlike Kazuya Mishima, who has a follow-up for just about every single hit he's ever had. So Campaign, he's about to pop some champagne bottles open, because that is a quick game 1 dub.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, that was rough. And one of the things that I'm going to say, you know, Kiwi doesn't get to travel that much, even around New England. And in Connecticut, we don't really have a Kazuya. We have
Axiom?
We have one recently. He's Massachusetts. And he also does not enter very much.
I see,
So these are two players who, yeah, both New England PR, but I can't remember. I don't think they've been at a single event together since I've been in the scene.
Yeah, I would have thought like maybe Shine or something like
Yeah,
that.
I was
But
gonna
yeah,
say-
it doesn't even guarantee that they fought each other. You're talking about Apollo Kage earlier being like, yeah, I really wanted to play Mutace this weekend, but he got upset. We've been at like 5 tournaments together, and I still don't get the chance to play him. Like, what the heck?
Exactly. It's so hard. Like, we have one just recently starting to come up with Kazuya, but Kiwi has been taking a break from locals due to being a full-time college student as well. He's on that Fish for College esports team and, you know, on the Dean's List as well, by really doing a fantastic job juggling school and Smash and everything else going on in her life. And going over to Kalos now, thoughts on this?
My thoughts on this are that you took Kazuya to a flat stage, so I don't know where the Dean's List thing came from, because that was, in my mind, okay, never mind, she's smart.
I was gonna say,
she's way smarter.
The Dean's List is true. She's actually on the Dean's List.
No, I believe you.
But I actually don't mind the stage.
I was
in this
just
map.
talking mess.
Hey, I know.
I
I know. I'm just ribbing you for it. But I actually don't mind this stage. I think this is a matchup like with Snake where you don't mind as much the flat stages because of how good you are at disrupting Kazuya from finding all those openings. The big blast zones really help you, as well as those high plats, right? The Apple Foot and the Bell both cover those 45-degree angles and can make it really hard for Kazuya to contest those platforms.
Okay, gotta give credit where it's due. Kiwi's playing this excellently, like you said, using that big space to her advantage. You know what? I shouldn't have been trash talking. I said that I'd be biased for her, and I did not live up to that promise. So let's go, Kiwi. Let's see that first stock get taken.
Why do you think I was ribbing you about the Dean's List?
You're
lying to the people.
Take advantage of this stage, and that's what she's doing. Got the bell in hand, switching it over to the key as well, because at 168, well, I was going to say it can take out Kazuya, but there were those boots finally coming in big, taking that first stock.
She just tapped his finger. She just stepped on him like he is hanging off the edge of a building, and there was no coming back from it. Great DI there and positioning to find her way away from the sweet spot of that spike that he's one of Kazuya's main combo starters. And one of the things that strikes me about Kiwi always is both that she's very aggressive in her pack style, but also how she uses every single fruit to her advantage.
Yeah, we've seen pretty much every single one of them come into play for her, right? Cherries and strawberries for edge guarding, the orange as well. Need to say nothing about the combo game off of the Galaxian and the Bell. In fact, we actually haven't even seen that much of the Galaxian yet, but against Kazuya, sometimes it just doesn't even come into play that much.
Yeah, as well as it's just the hits. It's very awkward because Galaxian, because the angle is partially RNG, it can get up high, and Kazuya wants to stay grounded so much, especially with a crouch dash, that it just misses more often than not. The back airs from Kiwi, though, her positioning is excellent, but a well-timed air dodge is going to give Campagne one more shot to make it back. Great recovery route there, keeping in line with the platform, but Kiwi's going to lock it down, and now we might finally see a Galaxian attempt.
Yeah, we saw the quite a few attempts of getting off the ledge at the same timing, right? That immediate, okay, I've grabbed the ledge, I'm immediately going to buffer something, whether it's a neutral getup or a jump, and Kiwi called out that timing with that back air to catch that jump at that timing, and now those electrics aren't connecting either. Kiwi, honestly, I think it's just a player adjustment as well, not even to do with the stage.
And that trampoline there coming out frame one is an escape option, so smart, but also just able to get the full approach in and then jump back out by really keep Kazuya mixed, keep him confused, and now able to, once again, use that bell off the platform edge by just keep him out. This is where Kazuya can struggle against zoners on these big flat stages sometimes when they have items. It's so flexible, and there's so much space that he has to close that his margin for error is a lot thinner to get in. You as the zoner have to make more mistakes to let him get in than he does for you to get the hit.
Well,
it's the same thing with Snake, and it's the same thing with Min Min on stages like FD, Kalos, where you're just like, yeah, I'll take you here because you got to make 4 mistakes. Like, I got to make 4 mistakes for you to hit me. You got to make 1 for me to hit you.
Yeah, well, and, making a crucial mistake there at the end as well, right? Just letting that bell come out. I mean, like you were saying, I think that, playing that camping game, playing behind the hydrant and everything, that's really important. We didn't see that much of that in that game 1. And I don't really think it even had that much to do with the stage. I think that was just a player adjustment for Kiwi, trying to figure out those approach patterns for Kazuya, and really trying to figure out when you actually have the opportunity to throw out that hydrant and earn your zoning ability. Because that's the thing about zoners in this game, is that you do have to earn those spots where you can throw out those oppressive projectiles, especially we were talking about Capitan Cito earlier. Same thing goes for Me Gunner, as it is for Pac-Man. You have to earn your spots where you can toss down that hydrant and start camping. And Kiwi knows I can't sit behind that because he's got that center platform, which is a place that Kazuya loves.
Yep, and so you want to use that hydrant, as we saw Kiwi locking off one side of it to limit the space and build a little wall for yourself. Also use that water to delodge him from underneath, right? Kazuya doesn't get to sit up underneath there. Once you take center stage, however, or you're with the right fruit, you're able to zone him out, but because of the low center height compared to Smashville, not only does it disrupt Hydrant from above, which is huge for Kazuya, but it can also disrupt your short hop fruit, as we saw, right? Kiwi tried to throw it, but it just landed on the plat, and it gave Campagne the opportunity that we still see him converting now. Kiwi at 143 trying to hold on to the stock.
Interested to see that Campagne went for the electric into the back air rather than just going straight for the up B, because Pac-Man's not that heavy of a character. Pretty sure that would have taken him off the top, but then again, I'm not the Kazuya player. That's what Campagne is here to do. That air dodge, though, going to get sniped out. Kiwi, understandably, though, not the best on the spacing right there. It's a little bit tough when they're working with that air drift, so Campagne is able to get back. That there was a big boon for him, and he's able to play with the lead now. Yeah,
and I will say it was also good drift from Campagne in there to find his hit, getting hit on the wrong side for Kiwi, get back to stage. This is the opportunity to bell into an up air attempt. That's Kiwi's favorite thing in the world, but not able to find it, and now these big hollow blast zones once again gonna allow Kazuya, the 10th heaviest character out there, to survive. I have the back air, hold on even more, and at 180, he is stretching this stock to its limit.
There's that bell again. You see Kiwi playing with that very carefully, right? Because you can only
launch
somebody as you do with the hydrant. Yeah, you can only stun somebody with that bell once. I mean, that goes for all stuns in this game, is that you can only do it once per time that they go into the air. Not even necessary right there, though. It's just an easy down air to finish the job. Kiwi up a pretty solid stock, making some great adaptations to this play against the Kazuya. You were saying that...
I want to say, sorry, the pellet there to block the hydrant on the reversal and then get it to heal some percent as well was super heads up from Kiwi.
So there's that hydrant interrupting that electric combo as well, just pushing Kiwi out of the way. Campagne not able to follow up. There's that bell again. you know, the creativity from Kiwi, I'm loving it. Obvious mastery of all of those fruits. That's what you were saying at the beginning of the set as well. You can expect that. She is starting to pull away here. The percentages are pretty close, but, I mean, kill confirms are kind of online for both of these players right now.
Yeah, and attempting to down throw the bell, a Z-drop would have covered less vertical space, but would have also protected her against the exact option that lost her the stock. Now the Nair, we're looking for the attempt, trying to find anything, but once again, good DI from Kiwi to hold on, keep it going, and now the corner trap situation, the F-smash gonna close it out, Kimona. Kiwi is cooking. She's down 45, but if she can find her way back onto the stage control here, she has every opportunity to close this one out.
That's really well done right there. I mean, last stock apiece, but man, what does that mean when the Kazuya's got the lead on you too, right? Only a couple more hits and he can absolutely take this game. So Kiwi, yeah, got to reset that ledge situation. Got to get your fruits that you need to get things started. Pay off for the fruits of your labor. Got the Galaxian. No big combos though. Caught up on the platform. Once again, Campagne with an opportunity to get in and do some big damage.
And grabbing the bell, you can only do that on that first throw unless it's charging, and Kiwi not attempting to re-grab off the second one because once fruit are thrown for the second time, nothing left you can do. Kiwi with a beautiful little setup there to get that apple to bounce on back and find the last hit. And she is starting to close this gap and fast, outspacing the electric. She is playing this risky. She is playing this to win, and she has the opportunity with this edge corner situation.
Great air dodge by Campagne there, knockdown and into the rage drive to take that game. Campagne by the skin of his teeth, maintaining the momentum right there, and you can hear the crowd as well, I'm sure. They are right behind us, and they are loving some Kazuya Mishima.
Kimona, that parry was insane. He was no fear, full commit. I don't know exactly what you're going to do. Parried it on reaction, and then was just ready with the side special to cover all the space in the world. I don't know that Kiwi was expecting that, but I'm going to be honest. Who's expecting Kazuya to just charge at the zoner, parry, and then full send the commit?
You know, if you got the confidence and you can pull it off, then that's great for you. It's not easy to do, and you got to give Campaign props, and especially for sticking with the Kazuya. Because like you said, the Snake, it's pulled out if necessary, but it does not seem necessary thus far. Getting that clutch out in the Game 3. We go back to Town and City for Game 4, where Kiwi found some success earlier. We'll see if it can happen again.
Yeah, and the roll through, using the water to position herself perfectly for that grab. Pac-Man grab covering spot dodge as well, so that was at that point a checkmate into the grab for her. And now Apple, right, once again threatening these diagonal spaces. This is where she's found her success on these large stages. Even though she didn't take the Kalos game, she was very, very well off. I can't language, but she's doing such a good job keeping him out here, and we have to see a little bit more creativity from Campaign, the way Kiwi is finding the zoning, because so far, too, it's just been the overextensions that have gotten him most of his mileage.
Well, no overextensions here. He extended exactly as far as he needed to, and he drops the taunt as well, saying, I'm confident that this is going to end in a 3-1 right now. Even has the bell in hand. There's nothing Kiwi can do. You can't catch that back up. Get this hydrant out of here. Get the Kazuya out of here. Quickly scooped up into the blast zone. Stocks back to even.
Yeah, Pac-Man just says, hold on, let me take you right round, baby. We are going all the way out of town. The up smash, though, going to send Kiwi right back where she came from. Maybe had a couple unpaid taxes to Tom Nook that she didn't want to talk about. Kazuya here, the tax collector. One more stock for Kiwi between her and loser's bracket. She is seeded to win this, so this would be an upset indeed.
Well, the way that Campaign is playing, I'm seeing exactly why that might be happening right now. He is excellent in this game, but the neutral has still mostly been dominated by Kiwi, right? It's just a matter of following up to the maximum extent. Great patience at the ledge by Campaign. Again, getting scooped up. That wasn't even the tri-state twist. That was just a straight-up back throw, and yet Kiwi not quite able to take the stock, and with it stale, not yet there either. But it's lather, rinse, repeat mode right now.
And we're seeing a lot of oranges. We haven't seen a single melon. That's the only fruit. We haven't seen melon or key. Those are the only two we haven't seen so far this set.
We got one key.
Have we got one? We got one key?
I think we got about one, but maybe even needs another, setting up that hydrant on the top platform, and yet Campaign actually doing a really good job of tracking where that goes, unexpectedly going to that top platform, but Kiwi sniping out with the apple, last stock.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you got to keep this man away. He might be wearing a trench coat, but he is not a doctor. Even still, apple just as effective when you've got the snipes like that. Kiwi trying to keep herself locked in, find a water setup there, gonna re-grab the Galaxian and find the shield poke. That could be a huge positioning for her. But now the Rage Drive is online. One more hit could be all it wrote, especially on these short side blast zones. You are a command grab away from death, but the Hydrant might be able to survive you. Let you survive, and Kiwi holding on. This is the end, could be the end of the road though, Kimono. We are very close to the end here.
The key part is that it wasn't the Rage Drive that connected, but if it does, of course it's over. Kazuya back air could do it too, not falling for that bell through the stage. I thought that could have been it. The Campaign didn't react to that roll in time, so Kiwi gets to hang on in this set and just take into the skies once this Rage Drive gone. Do not have anything to do with this man.
Double Strawberry, recharge, just jump away, reset the situation, but the Rage Drive gonna do it. The DI up though, Kiwi holding on. She is not going down without a fight, Kimona. One more chance, and the back though, not gonna close it either. This man is heavy. He's got a lead vest on. Kimona, who is gonna take this?
Might be Kiwi. She's got the bell in hand. If that connects, it's over. Changes it over to the key. Almost caught Campaign off guard. He had the shield up in time. Back air's not enough to do it, so we go right back to another ledge trap ritual. Here comes the bell again. Maneuverability.
The Campaign! Are you kidding?
God!
Are you kidding me right now, Kimona? Are you kidding me? We saw the back air into the bell for extra measure. It didn't matter. There was no extra weight. Kazuya secret surviving. There was an exclamation point to put on that set, and Campaign might have the counter pick advantage, heading over to an interestingly legal stage.
Hey, hold on a second.
But what was that?
Take that friggin' combo to the landfill. That was disgusting, and not on purpose, and that makes it even more disgusting. Back air, the bell almost saved him, and Kiwi said, let me go back and take another.
And now it all comes down to this. Kiwi not banning Final Destination, widely considered the best stage for Kazuya. To talk about other zoners, once again, those item-based characters, Snake also will regularly leave this stage legal, take you here, but this is why you might not want to. Once Kazuya gets in, there is no stopping him from going into Imagination, but Pac also a huge fan of this stage. It's not going to matter, though, because a good old hug is going to put you down to 2 stocks remaining in the set.
Yeah. Really, really strong start by Campaign right now. I mean, Kiwi's got to believe in the camping game hardcore, especially calling out things like the jumps from Campaign, right? Because that is where you're going to thrive. Get behind that hydrant, see how he's going to get through it. That's where you can hit him out. And especially if those combos are on deck too, Kiwi's getting that bell ready. And it's a great ledge trapping tool. Even slid it off. Wasn't expecting that, but Campaign, a really, really great knowledge of Pac-Man being demonstrated right now, and he is not getting caught off guard by anything.
His spacing, as you mentioned, absolutely immaculate. But even when your knowledge is excellent, the angle of that bell can catch even the best players off guard. Campaign there getting lined up for the up smash, and the Ghosts closing it out. Now Kiwi just trying to slow things down, take some chip damage, reset, find her fruits. But now Campaign's catching on, right? Starting to A-catch these fruits, and that's where things get very scary.
It's a lot of damage built up, though. Kiwi just playing this advantage so immaculately, not giving Campaign an opportunity to really fire back, right? Playing at such a great distance, constantly setting up for these tech chases. Kiwi, all of a sudden, a full stock lead, almost uncontested on that one.
Yeah, I'm just going to say it, though, Kimona, since this is Kazuya on FD, I feel like this game is even.
Well, for sure.
She's up a full stock, and I feel like this game is even.
Oh, for sure. But again, this is all about that belief in the camping game. So far, Kiwi has done that really, really well, and even got hit a little bit too high up by that electric for Kazuya to get any big follow-ups right there, right? We saw Campaign try to go for it, but not the kind of stuff he's labbed out. This is what he has, though. Up smash, not enough to take it.
Yeah, no, that was some excellent DI there from Kiwi, just dropping the hydrant down on a little bit of a distraction there, right? Kazuya focusing on hitting that, now focusing on ledge trapping. Kiwi concerned about the water. But you know what's scarier than electric? Kazuya with bell.
He has 2 electrics now, and he is able to finish out that stock. It is last stock, game 5 ritual. You can hear the crowd getting loud right now. I don't even know who they're cheering for.
Last stock, game 5, Final Destination. We might as well start playing the final countdown because we are very close to the end. Campaign swinging for the fences, but the hydrant gonna allow that grab to find its mark. There's no getting away from it. Kiwi dancing, trying to find a way out of it. Cross up with these forward airs, but now you have to find your way back down. That up air from Kazuya is so terrifying as an anti-air tool, but has not found its mark once this set.
Kiwi, though, trying to set up that bell at the ledge. It
oh,
connects,
no, she missed!
But she was a little bit too far away, was expecting in a roll or something of the such. Campaign barely holding on, but this is still anybody's game. Nair to take out the bell. Hold on just a second.
And the back air pressuring you off stage, just the hydrant to cover the space, but a Direct grab to ledge and an instant get up is going to give you the iframes. Get through. The air dodge in was so gutsy, but Campagne wasn't expecting it, not quite ready. The electric spam coming out clutch, right? When Kazuya's get anxious, they go to one thing, but now it's going to be getting out of the corner once a time. Again, Kiwi's corner pressure has been immaculate this set.
Wasn't able to find the stock in the corner, though. Campaign still holding on. That hydrant is his, so Kiwi has to hold on a second, doesn't get the optimal fruit. Now it's the bell up at the ledge trap and sliding it with a forward tilt. It's enough to take it. Kiwi giving us a little baby pop-off right there, pulling off just an intense set. Got the last 2 games, though, and the